Craigslist is so sketchy though.
Yeah.
Craigslist feels like every time I'm on it, like I feel like I get an STD from that website.
All right, we got a warning, an official nationwide warning from the FBI right now.
For B?
Yep, for B.
They're warning us?
They're warning all of us.
All female body inspectors.
Oh yeah.
They got a big warning, big warning. There's a huge influx of property rental scams this year. It's up 64%.
64%?
Yep,
That sounds like a lot.
Yep, it's super up. And like, listen to this. This is last year. About 11.5 people they reported losing $350 million just to scams alone.
Oh, that's a lot. How does the scam go?
Well, they can range from stuff that's super simple to like crazy stuff. But one really popular example is the fucking classic Craigslist one, where someone says, "Hey, I'm renting this property," and they place it way below market, so it's super attractive. Yeah. And then you tell them you're interested, and they say, "Okay, well then I need 150 for the credit check." And then they send that in, and then they go, okay, $500 deposit, I'll take the listing off, and then you can come see it once the current tenants are out. So then they send the money to take the listing off, and then you just never hear from them again. Wow. And then they go to that address, and they find that people live there, and it's not even up for...
It's probably easier because during COVID, everything was remote. So then they had to send the deposit and things online anyway. So then people were just used to doing online transactions.
And especially if someone was still living there, they wouldn't want you walking through to like look at their place like during COVID. Yeah.
Craigslist is so sketchy though.
Yeah.
Craigslist feels like every time I'm on it, like I feel like I get an STD from that website.
which is why
You gotta put like gloves on before you use a computer.
Get the Craigslist itch.
Yeah, but you only go there for a certain type of like thing, you know what I mean? You don't go there to buy your house, right?
The only thing they did change was the adult section that took out.
Oh, because they used to have escorts.
Yeah. Other than that, it's been the same, right? And it just feels like it's a scammer's fucking like gateway.
Paradise.
Yeah, it's
Honestly, it seems like the escort section was probably the most legit part of the website.
Like, trust me, I am who I say I am.
Yeah, like this is the one it's trustworthy.
You're actually paying for a service you want, you know?
Yeah.
I will literally fuck your brains out, I promise.
Dude. Do you know of any like real estate scams that you tell like your clients to watch out for or anything like that? Or mortgage scams?
I think after 2008, all the scams kind of like died out, but the biggest scam I think is rent to own. So they create this hope and this dream that if you pay rent here, whatever you pay above fair market rent goes towards a down payment.
Like, is that like a lease to own?
Lease to own. So
Like
most
a
a lot of
tires
lease to
thing?
own are like the chances that someone's actually gonna be able to afford to qualify to buy is really slim to none. So they got you to live there. You're paying this rent, and you're paying above that amount, and you're treated like a homeowner. So something goes wrong with the property, you're gonna own it.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
And so you're like climbing up this ladder. Oh, there's another bill. Crap, there's another bill being homeowner. So it's like to get to that point where you actually have the full down payment and still qualifying, it's very slim to none. And then next,
But why are you overpaying?
because that difference you pay goes towards the down payment. So let's say fair market.
Are they saving it?
Yes,
I
and
see,
so,
I see.
so to qualify it, so it's a mortgage guideline that it's like I knew the guideline, the loophole. I'm gonna take it to the next level. So whatever you pay above fair market rent can go towards the down payment, and of course, as the person's renting there, they get all the responsibilities as a homeowner, but they don't own the property. So how do you keep saving towards that down payment if something keeps going wrong with the house?
Wow.
And then eventually they got all that money, and then you're out.
And
then
they have a better house.
And someone else just fixed the washer and dryer. They fixed all that, and then they got to get leave. So I think that's the biggest scam. There are legit ones, but not as many as people think.
Have you heard of leasehold? Leasehold. So they have this term in Hawaii called fee simple or leasehold, right? So fee simple, it's like a traditional ownership. You own the land, you do whatever. For a leasehold, you actually lease the land, but it's your property. So it's not quite yours.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then the contract is for whatever duration.
Oh, okay.
Like 30 years or 100 years or whatever, right?
So you own
technically
it. You temporarily own it.
But it's not yours.
So like Hong Kong was.
Maybe, but it's a weird situation because it's like, so like let's say you can leasehold a unit in a condo unit, right?
Yeah.
And so it'll be dramatically cheaper, but it's not your land. You can't you can't use it for collateral. You can't do anything.
That is the most yours that I've ever heard. That's crazy.
Yeah.
let's say-
So you're in charge of the whole property,
you.
but it's not yours.
Let's say you're in conflict with the actual owner and you need to part ways. Do you gotta hire a helicopter to like peel your building away from the land and then drop it off somewhere?
There's probably some
Because your property is
rules like
yours,
that.
but the land's not, right?
Yeah. The building is yours, but the land is not.
How are you gonna move it? That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
weird.
I think the biggest. Well, I think people.
Or how are you gonna pull your unit outside of the building? If it's one of those two.
Yeah, do you fucking cut the
Some people think this is a scam. Some people don't think it's a scam. I think everyone has their own opinion. Wholesaling. So when you find a property that you can convince someone to sell to you at a discount, and then you reassign the sale to someone else.
yeah.
Some people think it's a scam because you're preying on people who don't know better. They don't, you scare them so much where they don't want to list the property on the open market. And then some people think, hey, they're the ones who want to sell it to me. Why is it a scam? So a lot of wholesalers become more
Yeah.
popular. They'll look for properties that are jacked up, or for older people. Like, hey, this is how much you can get for the property. I was able to get you more, but they already have an investor. They already reassigned it to. Some people think that's fair because you're willing to pay, they were willing to sell it to me. Most of these wholesalers aren't licensed, but then some people think it's completely wrong to do that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they do that in all kinds of markets, don't they? Like they do that with cars in a way.
I think it might be considered predatory, but I don't know if it's illegal because you're just basically to me it's fucked up because you're dealing with people who don't know. So you're taking advantage of their ignorance.
What if they don't want to know? They're just like, hey, I don't want to deal with this.
Then that's different.
That's what Gary Vee does. He's like, oh, can I buy this fucking Beanie Baby for $7? Okay. $200,000. Yeah. Right? I mean, that's the same concept.
Exactly, it is. Yeah, with everything.
So whose fault is it? Is it because the people were ignorant, or is it because you came in and you gave them misinformation? I think it depends on how you bought it.
Yeah, that's
So like if you
yeah.
bought it just saying, hey, I'm offering you $7 for this Beanie Baby, they take it, cool. But if you go, you know what, you're probably not gonna get anything for this, but I'll give you $7.
Sure, yeah, there's that.
To me, that's a little shady because you misinformed the person.
Well, I think that's the.
So don't lie. Just fucking offer the $7 and be away with it.
That's the maximum worst when you're like, let's say you're Antique Roadshow and you purposely tell people that shit is worth nothing, and then you fucking sell this pirate's chest for fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah, 'cause you know
that's
it's
different. When
worth-
you're the authority on valuing it, and then you fucking lie. Yeah.
like Open Door got like penalties, I forgot from who, for like $62 million for doing that. Because they would tell people, come sell to us, you'll get the max value, and then the people didn't get the max value.
There it is. That's the thing.
So but it's the thing because
Yeah.
they're a big corporation, but when a small guy does it, then they're not going to.
Well, also, I think when you say you'll get the max value, you know what
That's
I mean?
misleading.
Yeah.
Well, what is the max value, right?
But that
it's
concept,
subjective,
yeah,
but
you're already like putting yourself out there. You got to give people like the outright. It's like knowing your skills, you're probably not going to get more than $7 for this Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to convince someone.
You work the corner yourself, you might get beat up, and you're only gonna get X amount. Come with me. You're well protected. You have health care. But they're gonna be charged.
And how old is that profession?
But at the end of the day, the person who's agreeing to it, they're an adult agreeing to selling the home, selling the Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
They didn't do their own research and homework, and the information.
Well, they
is
didn't
out
care
there.
to. It's super simple, right? Yeah, they didn't really it wasn't a priority. So, how many out of the 50 states, which state do you think got scammed the most?
California.
It's not California.
Florida,
Nope.
Oklahoma.
We gotta think which was the dumbest state, right?
Mississippi.
Fuck.
That's close.
Alabama,
Nope.
Louisiana.
All right, here I'll give you options.
Idaho, South Dakota.
Nope.
You said
Nebraska.
close to Mississippi.
Here it is. Between these three, which one do you think it is?
Oklahoma.
Maine, Massachusetts, or New Hampshire?
Maine.
What? I thought they were smart up there.
Which one do you think it is out of those three?
I think Maine.
New Hampshire.
No, it's Massachusetts.
What?
And it's by a lot. So like,
Oh, because they also have the smartest motherfuckers. MIT, fucking all the smart motherfuckers are there.
the smartest and the dumbest people.
Just taking advantage of the other
Separation of
people.
intelligence.
Because they got more Ivy Leagues than every other state, right?
And they got aggressive people in Boston. So
That's true.
Damn, man.
yeah, so that's a lot. They're like the losses there for, I think it says 2021. Let's say like when you look at the second one, which is New Hampshire, 2.5 million in losses. Massachusetts is 8.9 in scam losses pertaining to real estate and rental.
Wow.
And then that's drastically lower because most people that get scammed don't report it because they're fucking embarrassed, of course. So you can probably bet that's maybe like 5x in reality.
Because there's a lot of trustworthy people there and a lot of shady people there.
There's good people, and then like most scams, the perfect victim are just like well-meaning old people, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe like incoming freshmen and students
Sure, yeah.
to all of those Ivy Leagues that aren't like native to the area or like aren't
There's a lot of
full-on
schools-
adults yet. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Or people with bad credit that
Yeah.
can't get a regular lease. Like, oh, you know what? This might,
Or like some like Chinese person is coming over, is trying to study at like MIT, doesn't speak English that well. It's like, oh, Craigslist.
Out of all the websites, too.
I know. So here's, just to finish it off, just to like help people that are watching, here's the things to avoid so that you don't become a victim.
Craigslist.
Do not wire funds to people you don't know. Don't put money towards a house you haven't seen. Confirm the identity of the landlord. Ask for an ID. Like, even if it's over correspondence, be like, hey, send me a picture of your ID. Don't fill out apps online until you met directly with the manager. Know the local rental prices. Look for online reviews and references. Be wary if a tenant wants to rent property unseen. That's always a red flag.
You guys could go to property management companies, too.
Yeah.
I think most of the people who are probably falling for this, they don't have the credit to go to a property manager.
Right,
So,
right.
if it was me, if I was like the Dark Lord, how I would do is like I only would take applicants like, tell me about yourself. Hear their job, occupation. Cool. Okay, I can hustle this person. By hearing their occupation, I can tell I can hustle them. Oh, you get paid in cash? Oh, I'm charging them.
Yeah, but
oh,
not-
you got a W-2 job and get, never mind.
Another
Because
one
they're
is,
gonna report me first of all.
Another red flag, don't accept, like if the renter's out of town and they want a cashier check, don't do it. If they say they're out of the country and want to the rent sent to a foreign account, don't do it. If the names don't match between the person you're talking to and the account you're sending to, don't do it. Don't accept overpayment for properties. If you receive a check for more than the specified amount, return it. Do not deposit it. And those are like the main ways to avoid being scammed.
Wait, I don't like that last one.
What?
If somebody sends me more money, don't deposit it. I was agreeing all the way until the last one.
You've never seen that scam when they
That's a
send
pretty
you.
big scam.
Yeah.
The counts, the cash, the check bounces.
That's a bad
You
one.
deposit
when
it
you
and
cash
then
something that has more money.
The car situation.
Wait. Explain that real quick.
they send you a check and then it bounces.
But then they need you to cut them back the difference. So let's say I'm gonna send you 15 grand. I need you to send me back $3,000 because I overpaid because I was at this Western Union. That's the only thing they had.
It's the classic Nigerian scam on credit.
Because it's like, oh, I made a big mistake. Can you wire my money back?
Yeah.
Say, fuck you. Bye.